Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7, and maybe episode 8, depending on how long this goes for. This is totally truthful, obviously. We're going to be talking about all the Star Wars movies that have been released thus far. I'm here again with Stephen, or because he's decided to change his name back to ft.VoteSaxon07.
Yes, ft.VoteSaxon07 again. Until I die, I've just had to accept that as my fate.
So we're going to talk about Doctor Who. Wait, no.
Yeah, bring it on. Now, what was your favourite type of TARDIS?
I really liked Peter Capaldi's.
Yeah, funnily enough, so did I. It was a decent enough console room. It wasn't too big. Yeah. It wasn't too glamorous. It had a nice callback to the originals. I mean, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is supposed to be Star Wars. What is this? You keep tricking me.
The real question is, what's your favourite sonic screwdriver?
Ooh, probably the 11th Doctor's.
Same.
It's just got that nice sort of... You know, when you flick it open, it looks like it's in action, but then you can close it up and stuff, and it just looks like a real proper tool. I really like it.
Exactly. I actually do want to talk about the FIFA World Cup quickly. I don't know if you've been following that or not.
Well, it's part of my job, so yeah, it's been unavoidable.
Yeah. Late last night, we, Australia, were decimated by France.
For shame.
That sucked. But now that we've talked about the World Cup, I can put it in the description, and I can put it in the tags. So
yeah, you got to tag it up with the World Cup.
Yeah. We've had a few people pass away over the last week and a bit. Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
That's sad. Who else? Oh, the guitarist from the Blues Brothers. That was
Matt Guitar Murphy.
Yep.
Very, very sad to see. The tall one wants 4 whole fried chickens and a Coke. Jake! And the skinny one wants... Or no, the short one wants 4 whole fried chickens and a Coke. Jake! And the tall one wants dry white toast. Elwood! Shit, the Blues Brothers, man!
I love that movie.
I am hard-pressed to think of anyone that wouldn't enjoy the Blues Brothers.
Probably my grandmother.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. It's not a movie made for your grandmother.
No.
It's a movie made for us, the hip kids, the cool kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in, what was it, 80?
1980, yeah.
Yeah. And was it... Leslie Grantham died as well from EastEnders.
Yeah, I actually met him once when I was like about 10 years old. Me and my mum and dad were going to London just for the weekend because it was my mum's 50th birthday and it was my 10th birthday. Yeah. Work out the maths on that one. But we were going over to London just for the weekend and got out of the taxi at the airport, and there he was just standing there. And I had no idea who this guy was. And my mum and dad were like, That's the evil bastard from EastEnders. Go get his autograph. He's really cool. Go get his autograph. And like, because I knew him from Fort Boyard, I didn't know him from EastEnders. I don't know if you'd seen Fort Boyard, but it was basically this show. It was filmed in some sort of castle in the middle of the sea near France. And it was basically like this whole big challenge thing. We had to go through different mazes and solve different stuff as well. And it was basically the backbone of Saturday Night Entertainment in the 90s. And he hosted it, and he was amazing at hosting it. So my mum and dad marched me up to this tall, gaunt beast of a man. And I'm like, hi. And he goes, all right, my son, what can I do for you? And I was like, can I get your autograph? Yeah, absolutely, Mamaka. Come on, then. And like he did the autograph, Leslie Grantham, and gave it to me, and then off he went. And I had no idea who he was until he came back to EastEnders. I think it was 2003.
Yeah.
So that's my shitty Leslie Grantham story. And may he rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah, that was a bit sad. I've never watched EastEnders, but I know it's been going for a while.
Yeah, it's been going for nigh on 30 odd years. Although Coronation Street is where it's at. Coronation Street is definitely where it's at. I love me some Coronation Street.
I don't watch that crap either. But
no, of the three British soaps, Coronation Street's my bae. I won't watch Emmerdale. I won't watch EastEnders. I don't even watch Home and Away, which is a tragedy in and of itself, or Neighbours. But I do watch myself some Coronation Street.
I hate Australian soap operas. They're so bad.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? The stereotypes. I genuinely love the stereotypes. It's amazing. Like, you can get so much comedy value out of old episodes of like Neighbours and Prisoner Cell Block H and everything.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
The old days when Russell Crowe and Kylie Minogue were both on Neighbours.
Yeah, that's right, and Jason Donovan as well.
Yeah,
Kylie and Jason, they had a thing going on, man.
Yeah.
Everyone in the audience has no idea what the hell we're talking about.
No. Well,
ask your granddad, kids.
Yeah. Alright, we should probably actually talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, let's talk about Wars in Star.
Well, at the end of the last half of the last episode, you said you would Star Wars over the head, face, neck, and chest.
Oh yes, and just a little bit gets up your nostrils, and you have to sit like this for about half an hour. Oh no, I can't, it's just stuck right in my nostril. I can't get it up or down. Yeah, that is our description for this podcast.
Yep, that'll do. And it's also like a donkey punch in the back of the head.
It's a full-on donkey show.
Yep. Okay.
Because some people make noises like donkeys. So there you go. See, it's all connected. It's all connected.
Yeah.
You think we're just talking nonsense, but we're not. There's a point.
Yeah.
You have to read between the lines. That's what Totally Truthful is as a podcast.
Exactly.
You know, it's more cerebral than you'd expect. You know, it's so dense that like there's so much going on with every word out of our mouths. But we'll have to get Stephen working as a character because he's a funnier character than we've had before.
Yes, and he's also me just doing an Irish impression.
That's very true, and it's really great as well because I'm so talented as a person that I can actually interrupt myself.
That's exactly right.
See? Right, Phantom Menace. Let's do this thing, man. Start at the bottom and work our way up.
Yep, that piece of shit.
Oh, good lord, this movie, man. This movie. Although, in all fairness, I will say this before we get really into the nitty-gritty of it. Of the three prequels, this is the one that feels the most like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because it's got the set design. Because this is before Lucas went, okay, let's build everything on a green screen. Let's actually build nothing and just have the actors act in a sea of green. So, like, you have different props and sets and backdrops and stuff, and it's all, you know, aged up and worn, and it feels like a lived-in world, especially when you get to the likes of Tatooine. Naboo looks really nice as well, like the spaceship designs and stuff, and especially that shot at the start whenever Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's spaceship gets blown up inside the Trade Federation's not a Death Star. That looks really cool, and it looks like Star Wars because it's made with miniatures and models and practical effects, and it looks really, really good. And it feels just so much like Star Wars. Like, elements of it feel like Star Wars, whereas the rest of it is a sad warning of what's to come with episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah. And they also had to raise the sets were about 10 feet high because Liam Neeson is a monster.
That is true. And also has a gargantuan penis. Fun fact of the day.
Apparently. You're both Irish. So
Liam Neeson's cock is so big that Thanos had to snap twice just to get rid of it.
Get off.
Bum.
Ba- it's like... Oh, God. Knight Rider. Oh, well, he's in this, isn't he? This is good old Sam.
He is, you can't get rid of him. Can't get rid of old Samwise L. Jacksonian.
Yep.
Which I believe is the character name that he was playing in this movie.
Yeah. Not
Samwise L. Jacksonian.
Not Mace Windex.
No. Ironically enough, both mace and Windex are two things you can spray at people to cause harm and trauma to their eyeballs.
That's true. Do we want to talk about the characters and how Qui-Gon Jinn's an idiot?
Yeah, basically he starts this whole tired charade. It's a pack of nonsense, I think, because with the original Star Wars trilogy, the proper Star Wars trilogy, it was just a big mad daft space adventure. There was lore there, but it was in the background. Whereas with the prequels, the lore is very much front and center. And the best way I can describe what went wrong with the prequels as opposed to what went right with the original trilogy is that in the original trilogy, they mention in passing stuff that they'll have actual scenes about in the prequel trilogy. So that's what leads to a lot of Jedi walking down corridors having boring conversations about nonsense. It's like George Lucas forgot the premier rule of filmmaking, which is show, don't tell. Like in the original trilogy, he showed it all. He showed the Battle of Yavin. He showed Bespin City. He showed the attack on the second Death Star. Whereas in this one, it's, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
And I think part of that is that George Lucas did all of the prequels, whereas he only did A New Hope.
Yeah, well, see, even again, with doing A New Hope, you could tell there was someone over his shoulder. There was someone going, no, George, this is nonsense. Han Solo shouldn't be a 9-foot-tall fish monster. He should be a guy.
Yeah.
You know, and he was kind of restricted by that. And then Irvin Kershner came on for Empire. And that is one of the best sequels ever made. It is so goddamn good. And that's because he took George Lucas's original treatment. And I think it was Lawrence Kasdan came on for that one. Or did he come on for Jedi? I can't remember. But either way, it was the way that movies should be made, which is... Like, the pinnacle of that was the 70s and the 80s, where it was a collaborative affair. You didn't have one guy on top of everything, or like you do these days, where you have studio executives on top of everything, meddling with the director's original creative vision. Sony in particular springs to mind. But, like people... There's so many cooks in the kitchen these days, whereas back in the day... Everyone was on a level playing ground. Didn't matter if you were a producer, a director, an editor, a writer. Everyone was mashing all these creative ideas together. And that's how you got really weird shit that was also awesome, like Star Wars. Like, who the hell could have predicted that a movie about adventures in space with laser swords and guns that shoot beams of light would be so well received and so loved? And that's because it was a genuine creative affair for everyone involved. Same with Empire. And maybe to a slightly lesser extent, Jedi.
Yeah.
But the point is, you felt like those movies were movies that people actually wanted to make. Whereas with the prequel trilogy, and to an extent the sequel trilogy, they feel like, even to quote Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park, they patented it, they packaged it, they slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they're selling it. They want to sell it. You know, it's a product now. That's what's wrong. And because you've got someone like Rick McCallum, who genuinely has cancer. Like if cancer had a face, it would look like Rick McCallum. He is basically the world's biggest suck-up to George Lucas. I don't know if you've ever watched the documentary The Beginning that's on the Phantom Menace DVD as a special feature. But he is basically the world's biggest yes man. So George Lucas could be coming out with nonsense like, I think we should have a scene where Anakin drinks some berry juice and turns 9 foot tall and has visions of Darth Vader in the future. And Rick McCallum would be sitting there, even though this is the worst idea ever, like Rick McCallum would be sitting there going, yeah, George, yeah, I really, really like it. It's so dense. There's so much going on. I love it, George. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, that sounds about right from what I've heard from better podcasts.
It's genuinely sickening.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far to call him cancer because I wouldn't wish that on a person. But
No, I'm not saying he will get cancer. I'm saying he is cancer.
But can cancer contract cancer?
No, because he is cancer already. That's like saying, can water get wet? Like he is cancer. He is cancer in human form.
According to Perry White and Batman vs Superman, water is wet. So I mean,
other breaking news. But
wet.
Yeah, he's a big cancer AIDS soup of horribleness, and I'm pretty sure there's a hefty dose of 9/11 thrown in there as well.
Jesus.
Like he is literally the worst things in the world, and Hitler and Auschwitz all mixed together to create this disgusting slime. It's like when you haven't had a bath in a while and you sit in the tub for about an hour and you get out and pull the plug. You know that ring of scum that's around the edge of the bath? That's him in human form.
Or what's left in the sink after you've washed the dishes.
Exactly, yeah. Bits of potatoes and carrots and stuff. It's all mouldy and rotten. But yeah, that's him. Like, I abhor yes men. I hate that. Like, if you have, like, a mate or, like, a business partner or someone that you're working with who you respect, yes, you admire, yes. But if they come out with such nonsense as, let's dedicate half this movie about magical space wizards and laser battles and spaceships attacking each other, let's dedicate half that movie to sitting around and essentially having courtroom meetings. Shut up, George! Take a seat! But oh no, let's just say, yeah, George, that's such a great idea. We should totally do that. Hate people like that.
Sony is that.
Goddamn Sony. Sony are cancer, AIDS, and 9/11, and Rick McCallum mixed together. And Tom Rothman. Don't get me started on that fucker. Tom Rothman, right, is the dickhead that was at Sony for goddamn no, he wasn't. He was at 20th Century Fox for years, and for years, this asshole said, we're not going to make a Deadpool movie because no one would go and watch it. That fucker gets fired. What's the first movie out of 20th Century Fox's gate? Deadpool. Does it make a shitload of money? Of course it does. So where does Tom Rothman rock up? Where does Tom Rothman go after he gets fired from 20th Century Fox for being a dickhead? Sony pick him up. Because of course. Because cancer attracts other forms of cancer. Oh, trust me, there are so many people. Like, if I had the will, if I had the control and the power of the universe, if I had the Infinity Gauntlet and I could snap my fingers, Rick McCallum, Amy Pascal, and Tom Rothman's heads would instantly explode. And every single shitty decision they ever made would instantly be undone.
What about Kathleen Kennedy?
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. She's another one. See, all these people now, you're getting your Amy Pascals, your Kathleen Kennedys, who grew up working underneath some of the world's best producers and directors. Like, there's this one producer, right, that to this point still hasn't been brought out as a sex pervert, right? Harvey Weinstein, but like the opposite of what Harvey Weinstein is. Jerry Weintraub. One of the nicest men you could ever meet in the world, right? He did the Ocean's trilogy. He was the producer on all three of the George Clooney movies.
Yeah.
And see him behind the scenes. He has such love and such passion for every single movie that he makes that it comes through on the screen. It's not a soulless corporate product. It's made because he wants to take a chance on it. He wants to risk. He wants to gamble. And he wants to give the audience something that has a creative heart and soul to it. You can feel its energy. You can feel its pulse beating whenever you watch it on the big screen or watch it at home on your legally obtained copy of it. But these days, people that grew up under people like Jerry Weintraub, right? They are the corporate soulless hacks who piss about trying to do what the elders did, fail miserably, and then try and recoup their losses. Like, look at that business decision for Solo alone. Oh, it's not really working out, despite the fact that I hired you both to direct this movie. it's not working out because it's too much of a comedy. Yet I hired comedy directors. Oh, that must be their fault. That's fire them. Get in studio hack Ron Hard to shoot 90% of the movie all over again.
Yeah.
The serious fuck is wrong with Hollywood? Like, they're all either sex perverts or idiots. That's who's in charge of the entertainment industry.
And somehow the sex perverts make the better movies.
Oh. Well, it's questionable.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Mate.
So yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah. What else about that movie is bad?
Everything else. Everything else. The acting, the script, the storyline. It's completely unnecessary. Aside from two things. One, it sets up who Obi-Wan Kenobi is. It sets up Ewan McGregor, who was a fantastic choice to take over from Alec Guinness. And second of all, it starts off the history and the story of Anakin Skywalker, which could be argued is also completely pointless, because why not just have Anakin be just this kid that's growing up within the Jedi Order who ends up turning his back on it? And you could tell this really great modern day tragedy where this guy who's brought into the world and he's brought up to believe this stuff and believe in the Force and believe in the good of the Jedi and all this. Imagine telling a story where someone who's a complete idealist goes from that to a renegade within the space of 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like, how excellent would that be, to see this guy's faith within his own religion completely destroyed because, I don't know, like Mace Windu was a dickhead or something. Or it turns out Yoda's a dickhead. Or I don't know. Something that's unique and original and actually gives us a reason to watch the prequels.
Yeah. Have you seen the Clone Wars, the television series?
I have, yes.
So what you're saying is if Anakin had Ahsoka's story arc in Season 5...
Yeah, but it just goes super downhill.
Yeah.
To the point where he pledges his allegiance to the Empire. And he pledges his allegiance to Palpatine. Like, that would make so much more sense. Yeah. And also, another thing that I really think they should have done is do Revenge of the Sith as the middle act. Don't do it as the end of Episode 3. Do it at the end of Episode 2. Because if you think about it with trilogies, you have your beginning, your middle, and the end, the 3-act structure. So, look at the original Star Wars trilogy. A New Hope, that was your beginning. That set up your universe, it set up your main characters in Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. It set up who the bad guys were, it set up why they're fighting and what they're doing. It set up the universe perfectly. And it ends on a victory because they end up destroying the Death Star even though the main bad guy escapes. Episode 5, Empire. That's your middle trilogy. Now, if you know anything about screenwriting, you'll know that that's when your characters hit their lowest is at the end of Act 2. So look at what happens at the end of Empire. Luke gets his hand cut off, Han gets frozen in carbonite, and they have to go off and save the both of them. And it also turns out that Luke Skywalker, this idealist, this guy that was fighting for vengeance and to redeem his father's name after being killed by Darth Vader, turns out all that was for nothing because his dad is Darth Vader. Spoilers for a 40-year-old movie, but, you know, get a life. But, you know, so that made sense. Like, there was your beginning in A New Hope. There was your middle act in Empire. And then, of course, you have your Act 3, which is your ending. It's your conclusion. You're wrapping everything up. And, yeah, they piss about in the woods with Ewoks for about 40 minutes, but still, it finishes everything off. You know, it ends with Darth Vader's, like, Luke Skywalker succeeds. He brings his father back from the dark side. He defeats Emperor Palpatine. The second Death Star gets blown up, and Princess Leia and Han Solo get together, despite the fact that Han Solo witnessed Princess Leia engage in a bit of incest with Luke Skywalker in Empire. But, you know, he gets over that. He gets over that pretty quickly. It's all done with visual storytelling. But anyway, Yeah, that's what makes the original trilogy so perfect, because it works so well as a trilogy. Compare that to other successful trilogies, like Christopher Nolan's Batman movies. Batman Begins, that's Act 1, that's your building blocks. It sets up the universe, sets up the characters. Dark Knight, that's when your character reaches its lowest point. And then Dark Knight Rises, again, it's even so easily laid out in the title of each one of the movies. The Dark Knight, that's when he's at his lowest. The Dark Knight Rises, that's him tying up his loose ends, and that's him reaching a catharsis at the end of the movie. So, when comparing that to the original trilogy, what the hell have you got? You've got one movie that's completely pointless, aside from, sort of setting up the universe that we're going to be in, but we already knew the universe that was going to be in anyway. Episode 2 is supposed to end with it at its lowest point. It doesn't. It just sets up the Clone Wars. Episode 3 is... what the hell sort of conclusion is that? Where, it doesn't make any sense. So if I were to do them, I would make episode 1 and 2, I'd connect them together, the best bits of both, make that the first movie, and have a really nice big victory moment at the end. So they defeat the Trade Federation, and Padme and Anakin get together. Nice, lovely, happy ending, everyone's fine. Episode 2 is when the shit and the fan finally meet. So, everything starts going wrong. Anakin just loses faith in the Jedi Order. Maybe he's distracted because he wants to be with Padme instead of having to be a member of this cult-like religion. And that's where it goes wrong. And at the end, him and Obi-Wan have a massive fight, and Anakin is destroyed. Almost thought of as dead. And then it turns out at the end of episode 2, he's not dead. Palpatine's got him, and he's rebuilding him into Darth Vader. Dun 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 dun. To be continued. Episode 3. That's your loose ends being all connected together again.
Yeah.
So we have a Vader and Obi-Wan fight when they're young.
Yeah.
So you've both of them in the suits, both of them beating the living crap out of each other with lightsabers, and who's to say that Darth Vader doesn't kick Obi-Wan's ass?
Yeah. And that's why he's so old.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what we got. I mean, I think
because
episode 3's...
Go ahead there, fella.
Yeah. I'm very good at interrupting myself, aren't I?
Oh yeah, awesome.
Episode 3 is probably the best of the prequels.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy episode 3.
I really like General Grievous's character and wish they hadn't killed him.
Yeah, but then again, they sort of had to, because, again, instead of doing all this in episode 2 like they should have done, they did it all in episode 3, which means that any character that doesn't survive on to go into episode 4 has to be killed off. Like, look at the absolutely pointless character of Newt Gunray, who appears in all 3 prequel movies, only to be slashed in half by Anakin at the end for no other reason than we need to kill these guys because they don't appear in the original trilogy.
Yeah. But what about Binksy? He doesn't die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a deleted scene somewhere where just like Padme walks up behind him and just garrots him.
But I thought he was Snoke.
Your Snoke theory sucks.
I kind of wish he was Snoke, though.
Well, it would have been better than nothing!
Yeah. They'd done that for 2 characters in that movie.
Yay! Pointless. But
we
no, like...
Get
what the hell was I going to say? Yeah, like, wouldn't it have made so much more sense if, like, right at the end, like, Bail Organa or Padme had just come up behind Jar Jar and just garroted him, right? And as he's just desperately trying to get breath, and as he's going like, Misa, no, breathe! Like, as that's happening, right? Padme just whispers into his floppy ear, "You're the one that brought this upon us." and the light just leaves his eyes. It'd be a different direction for a Star Wars movie, but I think a lot of people would appreciate it.
Yes. But I can say when I was younger, I quite enjoyed that character.
I actually got, I think it was either the Dandy or the Beano comic that I read when I was growing up. But no, it was the Beano. It came with a little free toy around the time that Phantom Menace came out, and it was Jar Jar's head, but like he had this really long, sticky tongue. And the idea was that you could like whip the head, and the tongue would like sprout out and stick to stuff, and then you could pull it toward you. It was the most phallic toy I'd ever owned.
What did you stick it to?
Something that I'm not really comfortable with discussing on a public podcast. But no, like there is worse stuff, man. Like they went really overboard with the merchandise for the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Like I remember Jar Jar lollipops, right? Where his tongue was the lollipop. So you were basically Frenching Jar Jar Binks.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, all these kids going about just tongue punching Jar Jar Binks.
We did forget to mention the best part of the Phantom Menace.
Which is?
Darth Maul.
Oh, God, yeah. Ray Park, who is a dickhead, I've heard, from many people. But, yeah, apparently he's a bit of an asshole. He's a bit up himself. But, yeah, like, as an actor, like, as a performer, as a stunt performer, he was bloody excellent in that. Like, I do like the lightsaber fights in the prequels. I do like the kendo style, and obviously as a kid in the playground we were all walking about with our little toy lightsabers that had the retractable plastic blades and spinning them around the way they did in episodes 1, 2 and 3. And it's the reason how I know to do that today is because we literally taught ourselves how to spin sticks in the playground.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah. Because it doesn't carry any emotional resonance or heft to it. Like, if you look at the lightsaber fights in the original trilogy, they're all done through passion and they're sloppy. Like, Obi-Wan and Vader, it's more like a fencing match than it is anything else. But you can tell it's just a sad old man who's just failed everyone looking for redemption. So all he's doing is providing a distraction so that Luke and Han and Leia and everyone else can escape. In episode 5, there's a sort of desperateness to the fight between Luke and Vader, where like Luke is desperately trying to hold this titan of a man back, and then obviously he loses, gets his hand cut off. And then whenever he fights Vader again aboard the second Death Star, that's real passion. Like, it starts off defensive, but then whenever Vader works out who Leia is, like Luke goes banana balls. And it's all done through anger. And like the bit where he gets Vader down on the ground and he's just wheeling on him with the lightsaber, knocks the lightsaber away from him and cuts Vader's hand off in a nice little bit of visual symbolism. Like, that's beautiful. But then you have people, running about and doing backflips and flipping their lightsabers around pointlessly and stuff. And it just feels a bit like it's a great visual spectacle, but it just feels so empty.
Yeah, we could. I think if all the flips had been taken out, it would have been better. And
the Force Run, which is one of the worst effects I've ever seen in my life. Have you actually paused Phantom Menace to see that? It's literally like, do you know when Poochie goes back to his home planet in The Simpsons? It's like that. It's literally like they took a still image of them and went, whoop, and just zipped them out of frame.
Yeah. Or chucked Vaseline on the camera.
Yeah, that usually helps.
Yeah.
They didn't put enough Vaseline on the camera for all 3 movies to make them actually look good.
No. And they only ever do it once.
Yeah, and it's never mentioned again.
No, that would have come in handy after that, I reckon.
Wouldn't it have been amazing had the internet been around whenever episode 1 came out? Like the way it is today with social media and stuff?
Yeah.
People would have obliterated that film.
Well, we still do now, but...
but imagine the reaction back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine the reaction was that good anyway.
Well, no, but apparently it was, because obviously you didn't really have the world fully connected as it is in this day and age, where I can be sitting talking to a dude from Australia over a podcast. But like back then, you only really had word of mouth, and people were coming out of it, and like you saw it on the news broadcasts at the time. People were coming out of it going like, "Oh my god, it was the best one ever! Like there was so much action, it was amazing, I loved it, it was fantastic." Because again, even if it was a crap movie, they didn't care because they still had episode 2 and 3 to redeem it and to make it make sense.
Yeah, and it was the first Star Wars movie in 16 years. So I mean, there would have been hope,
massive hype.
Yeah, and that was all destroyed.
Yeah, sounds awfully familiar.
And Peter Serafinowicz did the voice of Maul, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
For the like 2 lines that he had in the movie.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
And
I'm still waiting for the club beatbox remix of that.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
And then the beat drops.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
19 years I've been waiting on that. Still now. Gonna have to do it himself now.
Sometimes when I talk to you, I wonder what you've been smoking.
It's mostly nicotine, but who knows at this point.
You gotta stop mixing shit.
Oh, yeah. You throw a little bit of everything into the pot and just whatever works for you, works for you. It's a good thing.
We don't want a John Belushi effect now, do we?
Oh, no, we definitely don't want I think that's called the Speedball Special. You want to avoid that.
Yeah.
The Bluto Extreme.
Anyway, Phantom Menace, mostly a piece of shit.
Yeah, suck balls. Oh, and also has a cameo from Zod.
Yeah, as Chancellor Valorum.
Disgruntled old bastard, yeah.
Yeah. Now he'd be Terrence Stamp would be somebody who'd get movies mixed up. He'd be halfway through the 3 scenes that he's in. Kneel before. What's my line?
Kneel before me, son of Jor-El! Terrence, it's Star Wars. Your line is some boring political bullcrap. I'm terribly sorry. Yes, some bullshit about trade negotiations and bollocks and what. I'm going to sit down and look sad now. I regret a lot of my life choices. Such as agreeing to star in this piece of shit.
And then obviously Chancellor Palpatine's line is, kneel before me, son of the Force.
Yes, indeed. Kneel before me, son of the Force!
Yeah.
Oh,
I suppose he's a good part. Ian McDiarmid was a good part of the prequels, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then again, that's just carried over from Return of the Jedi.
Empire.
Well, it was a different guy for Empire, wasn't it? And then they went back.
No, it was different for A New Hope.
No, he wasn't in New Hope.
Wasn't he? Not even in Holyrood?
Nope, that was Empire. It was.
Alright.
It was the big scary head dude in Empire.
Yeah. And then that person died, and they had to bring Scrotum Face in.
Brought in that old bag of tricks.
Even though he was.
McDiarmid.
How old would he have been? Because Return of the Jedi came out in '83. How old is he now? And
I don't know. I'd say he's in his 70s or 80s now.
Let's find out. He is 73, so that was 35 years ago.
50 odd. Whenever he was in the prequels.
40.
So he would have been about
40.
Late 30s, early 40s. Whenever he was. Return of the Jedi. So fun facts for all you sexy and exciting kids at home.
And he's coming to Australia for our version of Comic Con this year.
Yay, brilliant. He'll charge you 50 quid to get a photo of him looking miserable.
Yeah, it's 50 Australian dollars for a photo.
50
40
AUS.
AUD.
Or AUD. Whatever.
Which is...
some sort of currency. Which is about 50p in UK money.
Well, 50 AUD is about £25.
20 quid. Well, that's not bad, actually, yeah. But then again, it is 50 if you're hard-earned Australian dollars.
Yeah.
$900 dues!
We don't all speak like that, you know.
No, it's just cheap caricatures in The Simpsons and yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, of course,
They're
I'm working really hard to put this accent on, because the second I hang up from this call, I'm just back to, oh, where's me pot of gold? Oh, me lucky charms! Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Stereotypes. Anyway.
Yeah. Actually, I was rewatching some of your older videos. How's your cocaine addiction?
It's not as bad as it used to be. I am on meth at the moment, so that's kind of replaced it. Just casually putting out my drug use there, yeah.
I watched that last video you put up. When was it? Yesterday. The Force. No, the Last Jedi ripoff.
Oh yeah, that one. Loving parody / stand-up. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I couldn't help myself when you stand at the edge and then you zip your fly back up, and I almost pissed myself.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Had to be done. Because that's the joke, isn't it? That's the joke that everyone said at the end of Force Awakens. He used to stand having a piss over the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. And I think it's part of the channel as well. Everything you do is just you pissing into a bottle and throwing it on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That is me. Just I'm pissing all over it.
And yes, I can put. I'm going to write your name as ft.VoteSaxon07 in the title, because more people look that up than Stephen McCullough.
Yeah, they're going to eat that shit up. Wait a minute, that's not about Doctor Who. Fucking.
Now, I think the greatest sequel ever has to be the redo of Doctor Who, don't you think, with Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah. That's all I really have to say about that.
I know how I feel about Jodie Whittaker, but do you have high hopes or any hopes?
Not really. I think that's sort of why I was heavily considering just ending the channel. Yeah. Because I was just like, I don't want to do spoilerific reviews on Doctor Who anymore, because it's just the same shit every week. It's just basically this episode had some good points, but it just made me feel like killing myself by the end of the episodes, because it was just so dire and miserable.
Yeah.
But the one thing that does give me a bit of hope is that this is the slate wiped completely clean now.
Yeah.
Where it's technically not even the same character anymore, because it's a female version. So I did get a wee bit of hope at the end of the Christmas special after Peter Capaldi regenerated. I was just kind of like, there's something that feels quite fresh here. I can't quite describe what it is, but if they can keep me with that feeling and then expand upon that, then I'll probably get really back into Doctor Who again. But it's honestly going to take a lot to relight that fire, because it was smothered to death through just years and years of really shitty, horrible writing, awful scripts. Stephen Cuntflap Moffat.
Oh my god, I'm going to have to censor that.
What, cunt? Don't you use cunt as a term of endearment in Australia? I thought you were like time. Ireland. Yeah.
Well, I think...
Hello, you fucking cunt! How the fuck are ya? Good morning! no idea what accent that is, but I swear to God that's Australia.
Yeah.
Because Ireland's the same, you know, you wake up in the morning, like, you know, it'll be first thing in the morning, the first slivers of sunlight are making their way through my bedroom window. They brush gently across my face, stirring me from my slumber. As I open my eyes, the first thing that I see is Elizabeth, her cute little face perched upon her pillow, and as she slowly stirs, with a gentle moan, we look at each other. Two lovers that have known each other inside and out for many years, lying in bed, waking up after our 8-hour slumber, our 8-hour rest, and the first thing we say to each other is, "Good morning, you fucking cunt!"
God. How is Elizabeth?
Elizabeth's fine. That fucking cunt.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Ghostbusters.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that sounds like Australia.
Yeah, pretty much a lot like Ireland.
You know, they're making Crocodile Dundee 4.
They damn well better be.
Starring Hoags.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I hope they use that language.
Oh, Christ, yes, please.
Yeah, I can imagine it.
That's what I was expecting whenever they did that whole fake touristy thing with Danny McBride, like, and Chris Hemsworth. Like, I actually was kind of excited for that to be a real movie.
I was really excited for that, but then it turned to shit because it wasn't real.
Yeah. Because if there's one thing that I love, it is just making fun of really daft stereotypes, because I genuinely think that's what's going to kill racism. Like, if everyone just laughs at it instead of taking it seriously. So if, like, some dickhead does come along and goes, "Oh, Australians, they all fuck kangaroos, it's amazing." You know, like, ha ha, fuck you, Australia. People will laugh, but they'll be laughing at him for being such a dickhead instead of laughing at that fact. So I think, like, just more stereotypes. Like, this whole thing with the Pooh and the Simpsons and all. Like, people are taking it completely the wrong way. If anything, we need more stereotypes. Like, whenever I watch The Simpsons and people from Ireland are represented as wee leprechauns and stuff, I laugh my head off at that. I think that's great. Like, we need more stuff like that, where it is just literally taking the piss out of these archaic mindsets from people who lived before the world finally fucking expanded and everyone got together and started having good times.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on racism. There should be more of it so it cancels itself out.
I just hate everybody.
Yeah, hate them all equally. That's what I do. Oh my god, that's sexist, that's racist. I don't care, you're a fucking human. Piss off.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just a terrible person, that's all.
Yeah, no, you have to be a terrible person. It doesn't matter what the rest of them are like. Just as long as you're a terrible person that tells people to eat shit and die whenever they come within a 5-mile radius of you. That's the important thing.
Exactly.
And as they walk away, you yell, "And don't come back, you fucking cunt!"
I hope there's nobody else in your house.
Oh, Elizabeth's here.
Oh. Is she?
Elizabeth!
Oh, God.
Elizabeth! Elizabeth! You fucking cunt. She gave me the finger and walked away. I love that woman. Anyway.
Batman. So
yeah. Batman.
Attack of the Clones, the worst movie ever made.
Oh, Jesus, cock flipping Christ. Yeah.
But I think it has the best scene of any Star Wars movie.
Which is?
Yoda Dooku.
Oh yeah, where Yoda turns into the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
That's all that was missing from the end of it.
Yeah. I actually genuinely like that scene, though. Even though it's filled with flips. But I think for that character, it makes sense.
Well, it's completely daft when you think about it, because Yoda's supposed to be this 900-year-old crumbling alien that walks about with a walking stick, and yet at the same time can pull out a mini lightsaber and start doing flips and shit.
But he's also a physical embodiment of the Force.
Yeah. You can polish a turd as much as you like.
But it's still Attack of the Clones.
Yes, indeed it is. Matt, rest in peace. It's quite literally the Thor the Dark World of the Star Wars universe.
Or the Titanic.
Oh dear, that just gave me such a sinking feeling.
I cracked my copy of the DVD in half and threw it down the sink.
Of Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
I really don't blame you.
I didn't. I downloaded it illegally.
Yeah, rebels!
I have a Blu-ray copy of Rogue One on my computer that's 6 gigabytes.
Oh dear. See, that's the thing. That's how they get you. You have to go out and buy external hard drives to store all this crap on.
Yeah.
Well, you're literally talking to a guy who just downloaded Ghostbusters 2016 so he can do a fan edit of it.
I still haven't watched that movie. I refuse to watch it.
Well, I'm desperately trying to turn it into something that's actually watchable and entertaining, so that'll probably people. Yep, pretty much. That's probably going to be out toward the end of time itself. So no, it's been something that's been bothering me for a while now, because I went on YouTube and I found all of the deleted and alternate footage, and I was just like, there's something half decent in here, if not good. There's something there, and I'm gonna see if I can pull it out of its own ass and try and set it up again and try and make it something that's a bit decent. But yeah, so
like the weird dance scene at the end that was supposed to be.
Oh, fuck that.
Anyway, I think we've said all we need to say about Attack of the Clones.
Although, I will add this, because I went to Star Wars Celebration in Europe 2 in Germany back in 2013, and they showed do you know the way they were supposed to be doing 3D re-releases of the prequel trilogy? Yeah. But they only ever did Phantom Menace, and then Disney bought Lucasfilm. Yeah, so they had a copy of Attack of the Clones ready to go and ready to be re-released in 3D, but obviously they couldn't show it. So they showed it at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2, and yours truly was in the fucking audience. But as I sat and as I watched that movie, I came to this weird realization. The reason why Anakin is such a complete twat in that entire movie is down to the fact that he... Right, this is far too long and fucking complicated, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. If not, you'll read about it in my memoirs one day. But anyway. So basically, the reason why he's such a mopey, smeggy bellend throughout this entire movie is because he doesn't know how to speak to women properly. So, like, you know when you're a kid, like, you're about 10 or 11, and you're trying to, you know... You're sort of starting to notice girls for the first time, and suddenly you don't really know how to talk to them anymore. So you'll come out with, like, really cheesy bullshit. Like, that's what's happening with Anakin, because Anakin wasn't allowed to grow up around women, so he doesn't know how to speak to them anymore. You know, he wasn't like other Jedis are, which is they're basically taking off their parents from they're born, I guess, or when they're 5 or something. And handed into the Jedi Order. You know, Anakin was allowed to grow up around women on Tatooine and start to develop feelings for them, which he couldn't quench whenever he was put into the Jedi Order. So, obviously, he had a massive boner for Natalie Portman, as we all did back in the day, right? Yeah. And he couldn't get over that. Even whenever he was being taught to use the Force correctly and study the Jedi Order and all that stuff, he still had that boner for Natalie Portman. And fair play to the man, he's got taste. So, whenever he sees Natalie Portman again in Attack of the Clones, and she goes, "My Annie, you've grown," and he comes out with that horse shit. "So have you. More beautiful, I mean." It's like, fuck off, mate. Can you please get some pickup lines that actually work properly? Something like, "Hey, babe, you want to fill my robes?" "Yeah." "Do you know what type of material that is?" "Boyfriend material." You know, like, just give me something like that. Or even better, "Hey, babe, you want to come back to my house for some pizza and sex?" "No." "What's the matter, babe? Not like pizza?" You know, just like something like that. Something daft. I would have thought, yeah, this is fun. But instead, it was just this really cheesy Shakespearean crap. And that's why. It's because he doesn't know really how to talk to women. So that's why he is such a meandering dickhead throughout the entirety of Attack of the Clones. Yeah, there was more stuff to that. It was a bit more cerebral. It was a bit more delving into the psyche of someone in Anakin's position. But I can't remember half of that. I'm a little bit stoned right now. Fuck it. Let's move on.
Count Dooku is good, I guess.
Yeah, I love me some Christopher Lee.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Like, yeah, rest in peace, sir. But man, yeah, like Christopher Lee could make any role awesome. Yeah. He made the role of Willy Wonka's dad awesome. He can make Count Dooku awesome with his bent lightsaber.
That is my favorite lightsaber of
the
whole universe.
I do love that curved hilt. Oh, easy now.
Yeah. Well, they can't all be straight, can they?
Well, definitely not. Hashtag Obi-Wan. Oh, he is as gay as the day is long. Come on.
Except in the Clone Wars when he had that thing for Duchess Satine.
Oh, no. That was just him being a little bit confused.
Fused.
Obi-Wan is gay as shit.
Right.
Did you not see him like eyeing up Han Solo in Episode 4? Come on, he's totally gay.
That's just old man pedophile syndrome.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
Why do you think he was hanging around Luke for so long?
He's gay as shit. Like, even in the prequel trilogy, when he had like that buzz cut, except for that long, weird side of the head ponytail plait thing that he had. Like, I mean, that's gay as fuck, dude. Like you see him like spinning the lightsaber and around Darth Maul and everything. You know, get rid of the lightsabers, add a bit of techno music. It's a scene from a gay bar. Come on.
Well, he was in a gay bar in the second one.
You want to buy some death sticks? No, but I'd like to see your death stick. Ah, you want to see my death stick? Pull down your pants. I'll pull down my pants. Jerk yourself off until you get a semi. I'll jerk myself off until I get a semi. Meet me in the alleyway in 10 minutes. I'll meet you in the alleyway in 10 minutes.
And then
Anakin comes running out. Master, I got the guy that was trying to shoot Padme. Master? Take it you will. Take it I am. Fuck. And then Obi-Wan wipes his dick all over the guy's back and says, "Get out of here, you fucking cunt." Get out of here, because I'm a fucking cunt. And he runs off into the night to get stabbed by a meth user on the street corner of Coruscant. And that is how I would make Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, way better.
Yep. And put it on Brazzers or whatever you want to put it on.
Fuck yes.
And he's got a weird haircut, the mullet.
Yeah. He is going full Jesus in Episode 2, like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Even though I thought Anakin was supposed to be Jesus.
Yeah, he's going for God mode.
Yeah. Which he doesn't reach until he becomes this weird blue ghost.
Sparkly Jesus metaphor, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The end of... every single clone in that movie is CGI.
And it's so noticeable.
Oh yeah. Especially now. Maybe back in 2002, not so much, but now.
And every single one of them voiced by Tamara Morrison, that crazy Maui bastard.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking insane in such a good way.
Yeah. He's
He's so crazy. Like, I mean, if you're having a house party or any sort of party, you need Tamura Morrison there.
Yeah.
And Daniel Logan. The two of them work so well as a double act.
Yeah. They didn't put him in Thor Ragnarok, which surprised me.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have seen both of them in that, actually.
Yeah.
Calling each other fucking cunts.
Nah, that's an Aussie thing, man. New Zealanders.
That would work.
They're supposed to be nice. They're like the Canadians of the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, like basically, if you were to sum up an entire race of people as the New Zealand folk, it would be Korg from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Piss off, ghost! Hello everyone, I'm Cork. I tried to start a mutiny. Only a few people showed up, including my mum and my mum's boyfriend, who I hate.
I love that movie.
You'd be hard pressed not to like it.
I also hate Thor: The Dark World.
Fuck the Dark World with a big iron fork.
You can find our reviews of this in the 2 previous episodes.
Yes, they are online somewhere.
Yeah, selfless plug. I don't know where. I lost them.
The dark web.
I don't visit that anymore.
See some fucked up shit on the dark web.
See some fucked up shit on Reddit.
Oh yeah. That's where this podcast belongs. Reddit.
Reddit.
We should just call the podcast, like, never mind Totally Truthful, it should just be Totally Truthful Cunts.
Oh god. I don't think they'll allow that on iTunes.
No, just like C *** cunts. Like, if we started a band, we could call it the See You Next Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably... That must already... Do you play an instrument?
Yeah. I play the bagpipe quite well.
Do you?
No. Oh. I play the flute. I can play the flute. I can play the Italian job on the flute.
I don't know that song. I know the movie, but I can't remember the song.
It's that one, the Self-Preservation Society. Yeah, I can play that one. I don't actually have a flute anywhere near me to prove that, so you'll just have to take my word for it.
Yeah. Can you play Ron Burgundy's jazz flute from Anchorman?
Oh god, yes, of course. It took me many years mastering it while I locked myself away in a cave and fed on nothing but grubs and cave wall slime. It was the most erotic period of my life.
Oh my god. And that's where you met Elizabeth.
Yes, yeah. It was basically like that scene in The Hobbit where Bilbo first meets Gollum. It was kind of like that.
Yep.
Except it was a different sort of ring.
What does it have in its pockets?
Oh, no. It's the brown ring that I want. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to round them all, and in the darkness brown them.
Ah, you're a disgusting human being.
Yes, I am. But, you know, once you've been through that trapdoor of destiny, there's just no turning back. Once you have engorged yourself on that rusty ring, that big, beautiful, blinking brown eye.
When this is over, I'm going to kill myself.
Fair enough. No one would blame you. Or miss you. Oh.
No. Anyway, The Hobbit. Andy Serkis, great. Who we'll talk about later when we get to The Force Awakens.
Fuck, we're only through 2 of these fucking movies.
Yeah, I know. We're already an hour in. This is going to be 8 hours long.
Jesus Christ. Right, okay, episode 3, not so bad. Episode 4, good. Episode 5, fucking spectacular. Episode 6, it's alright. I love the opening, but that's about it. And I love the ending too. Episode 7, it's a good bit of throwback nostalgia. Episode 8, what the living fuck. Rogue One, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was alright. A Star Wars Story, yeah, it was alright too, but nothing too special, and that's really it. So, the end. Bye, thanks very much for listening. Good night. I genuinely think that's how we should end it. Massive, in-depth discussion on the first 2 movies, and then just barrel through the rest of them, and that's it.
I'll leave like a 30-second pause after that so people think it's finished, and then it'll continue. But they won't get the joke unless they listen to the whole thing.
No, of course not.
Which means they'd already have to sit through an hour of this shit, so...
I know, what the fuck. If you're still listening to this, what the fuck is your damage? Who fucking hurt you?
Yeah. And speaking of, nobody sent me any messages for the cookie recipe.
Ah, fuck him.
Which means nobody watched. You didn't get me any views either.
Oh, well, I just suck as a person. I told you, it's because it's not Doctor Who.
Well, and because it didn't say @VoteSaxon07 anywhere.
And that too. Well, yeah, well, this will be a nice little experiment, won't it?
Yeah.
So we can just go like, right, okay, what gets some more views? Is it Stephen McCullough? No. Is it @VoteSaxon07? Maybe.
Yes.
Is it @VoteSaxon07 talking about Doctor Who? Boom! Million hits!
I'll put Doctor Who in the description and tags as well.
Yeah. No, do you know what it should be? You should call this podcast Doctor Who, and in brackets, now that I have your attention, here's a Star Wars podcast. I genuinely thought about doing that for some of my videos.
I will do that.
Thumbnail of the TARDIS and stuff.
Yeah.
Be like Doctor Who! Now I have your attention, here's a Star Wars review.
Yeah. And a little bit Doctor Who.
Yeah, but just a little seasoning. Just a couple of sprinkles of corn on the shit cake pie.
What do you think Jodie Whittaker's new screwdriver will be if she gets one?
What? Jodie Whittaker's what?
Screwdriver.
Shit.
That's it.
Yeah. I have been made aware of the fact that this one is gonna really, really suck a bag of smeggy dicks.
Oh. Do you know if they're changing the TARDIS interior?
They are.
Oh, that'll be shit too.
And she's gonna get a cat.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna have a cat.
She's already got a pussy. Why does she need a cat? Oh, there it is. Sexism.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so she's getting a fucking cat. Hashtag cat in the TARDIS.
Isn't sexism the greatest form of flattery?
Oh god, it's amazing. Women, am I right?
Yeah. Unless you're anyone, in which case men.
Oh, you females. You're women. You women with your womanly ways. We find that hilarious for some reason, because we are privileged white men.
And screw the blacks or whatever.
Yeah. Like we're totally better than everyone.
Yeah.
History has shown that.
Totally
History has shown that before, and history will show that again.
Yeah. Superior.
Now let us all rise for our immortal leader, Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Because
or
we're
Charlie
scum.
Chaplin.
Yeah. No, we are genuine scum. That's what we are. Like any white man that you meet from now on, just the worst. The worst fucker ever.
We are the Rick McCallums of the normal people.
We are, yeah. We are the bane of existence itself.
Yep. Speaking of bane, Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on.
No worries.
Okay, I'm not. Alright. I'm not gonna cut that out. Screw you.
Alright. Well, hang on 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll
I
literally
ended up
beat the tits.
sneezing anyway. Alright.
Oh, fair enough.
You drinking, alcohol?
You better believe it.
Guinness.
Yes, I am. How's your Foster's?
Oh, don't get me started on that shit. Jesus.
Oh, fucking hell.
Have you ever had it?
Yes, I have.
It's terrible.
It's watery piss.
Exactly. It's like 4x gold. I don't know if you've had that.
Don't think I've heard of that.
It's an Aussie beer company. It's literally just... It's 4 red X's on a yellow background.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've never
Yeah.
actually drank it because the 4 red X's were enough to put me off.
Tastes like cat's piss.
No, it literally looks like a rejected contestant on the X Factor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Anyway, Doctor Who.
Yeah, fucking Doctor Who, man.
The last Christmas episode is literally the only episode of that show that I haven't seen.
It's dog shit.
Oh, I won't watch it then.
That's fucking crap.
I'll just watch the regeneration scene and say that I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, and even then, you're not missing much. It's literally the exact same as every other fucking regeneration ever. It's basically the closest I can compare it to is David Tennant into Matt Smith.
Yeah. So really long-winded.
No, that's literally what it is. And the TARDIS explodes at the end and everything for no goddamn reason.
Yeah. Does she spiral into the ground?
Yeah. She actually she does one worse than what Matt Smith did. Because you remember Matt Smith in his first episode, it starts with him hanging out of the TARDIS.
Yep.
She falls out. And the episode literally ends with her plummeting toward the ground.
I hope she dies.
Wouldn't that be amazing if she landed, broke every bone in her body, and instantly regenerated?
That would be amazing.
And she woke up as a white dude. The ultimate troll.
They should do that.
I would genuinely have a newfound respect for Doctor Who if they did that. Because it'd be like, oh my god, you ballsy motherfuckers.
Moffat wouldn't have done it.
Like, to set all this up, to set it all up and go, oh my god, the first female Doctor, this is amazing. Immediately falls out of the TARDIS and dies. Turns into Hugh Grant or someone.
Hugh Grant?
That would be the best Doctor Who ever. Like, I would literally go on YouTube and suck Doctor Who's dick. I would be like, this is the best show ever. You should really watch it. It's fantastic. All my love for Doctor Who is back.
What if he turned into Jack Nicholson?
I'd love that. And then immediately gets an axe in the head and regenerates into someone else.
Yeah.
No, here's what happens, right? Jodie Whittaker falls out of the TARDIS, lands in the Antarctic, and dies. Regenerates as Jack Nicholson. Immediately smash cuts to him frozen in the middle of the Antarctic. Doctor Who ends forever. They uncover him whenever they go searching for Captain America.
They don't even need to film any new scenes. They just need to take that stuff from The Shining.
Yeah. It's literally, the regeneration happens, and the other way the Doctor always has that crazy post-regeneration mindset. It's literally regeneration from Jodie Whittaker into Jack Nicholson. Danny! Danny boy! I'm coming, Danny!
I think he's actually crazy.
He is, yeah. I think he's a werewolf. Do you know, like in that movie Wolf with him and Michelle Pfeiffer? I think that's a biography on his life. Oh, dude, you haven't seen it? It's amazing. What do you call him? David Hyde Pierce from Fraser's in it.
Yeah.
And James Spader, Ultron, he's in it.
Oh.
Oh, it's a fantastic picture. I love it.
Do you love it because it's shit, or is it actually genuinely good?
No, it's shit, but, Jack Nicholson really, really elevates it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a crap movie because it's about him turned into a werewolf. It's like The Wolf of Wall Street, only more literal. Like, they use the fact that he's turning into a werewolf as a metaphor for him becoming a ruthless businessman. And like, you're watching the whole movie going, where the fuck is this going? This is so good. And then it literally ends with Jack Nicholson with all these prosthetics on to make him look like a werewolf, fighting James Spader, who's got all these prosthetics on to make him look like a werewolf. And it's the biggest pile of shit. Like the movie shoots itself in the head during the final stages of the third act. But up until then, it's so good.
Oh, God.
So yeah, Wolf, check it out, 3 stars.
Oh, it's got 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Seriously, man, get that watched. That's your next mission. Get Wolf watched. Wolf's fantastic.
And then we'll create a podcast solely dedicated to that movie.
Oh God, yes, please. I could talk about Wolf for days.
I can't.
Yet.
I would probably never ever watch it.
Oh, come on, do yourself a favour.
There's only one movie that I would ever watch for the rest of my life. It's what's it called? Face Off.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Yep.
I want to take his face off. I want to take his face off. Yeah, we get it, Nick. We get it. But I want to take his face off.
Either that or Vampire's Kiss.
Yeah, they should do a remake, right, where they mix Vampire's Kiss and Face Off together. Where it's like Nicolas Cage and Dracula. Like, when he wakes up, he goes, I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I never misspelled anything!
Oh God, not this again. A, B, C, Dark World, E, F, G.
Dark World! H-I-J, Dark World! L-M-N-O-P, Dark World! Q-R-S, Dark World! T-U-V, Dark World! W-X-Y-Z, Dark World! Cunts.
Now I know my 4 movies.
Oh, fucking hell.
I hope we don't have young children listening to this.
I'd be surprised if we've got anyone listening to this. It's just you and me shouting rubbish into a void of nothingness.
We're the only 2 people that will ever know about this.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, shit it. Anyway, Aquaman.
Oh, yeah. That looks like
comes out
fun.
this year. Have they released...
Unfortunately.
Have they released any images or...
I think they released the new logo, which looks exactly like the old logo, only shiny and silver. So that was totally worth it.
Oh, shit. God bless me. Oh, there we go again.
I think I've just lost what little hope I had left in humanity.
Anyway.
Yeah, shall we wrap up this shit show?
Well, we haven't talked about Revenge of the Sith yet, have we?
Right, Revenge of the Sith. Wah! The Republic is crumbling under attacks from the ruthless Sith Lord, Count Dooku. There is evil on both sides. There's heroes on both sides. Evil is everywhere. Yeah, it starts off really well. Like, I enjoy the action scene at the start. I love the bit, even though it's ridiculously cheesy and stupidly impossible, and the effects have not held up well at all. But the bit where like Obi-Wan's Jedi speeder crash lands and he jumps out of the cockpit, ignites his lightsaber, and starts taking down droids, like I did love that little bit.
Yeah.
It actually made for a hell of a good video game. Like I loved the Star Wars Episode 3 PS2 game back in the day.
Did that come out the same day the movie did?
I think it did, yeah. I think it was May 5th. Or May 4th, possibly. Or May 5th. Possibly May 5th. I remember the whole big song and dance about it. I don't know. Fuck it, it was 13 years ago. But yeah, I remember enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun bit of sci-fi schlock, is how I would describe it. Like you've got Emperor Palpatine at his most Emperor Palpatine in this movie.
Yeah,
it's treason then. like whenever you see a Palpatine meme, it's from Episode 3.
Yeah.
Oh, unlimited power. But like, you do get like one of the greatest bits of acting in any Star Wars movie is in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? like that's done really well.
Yeah.
Like that has no business being in this movie.
No.
That belongs in a better movie. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. What the hell else? Yeah, like the whole opening action sequence is fantastic when they crash the spaceship into Coruscant and manage not to hit a single building apart from one control tower. That deserves an award in and of itself.
Well,
like you have like some of the worst goddamn dialogue ever.
Yeah.
Follows it though. Just to remind you, no, these are still the prequels. You still have to put up with this shite. Yeah. Oh, so love has blinded you? Fuck off! Jesus Christ, Natalie Portman is fucking insufferable in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can just tell she's given up at this point.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, fuck it, I'm getting my paycheck, I'll just say the lines in any dog shit way possible. It's not like I'm going to get any proper direction from it anyway. No. So I'll just take the living piss.
There's only one scene of any movie of hers that I like.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Still there?
Yeah.
Sorry, man, you dropped out again. What were we saying? The one scene?
Black Swan.
Oh, fuck yeah. Mila Kunis. Come on down.
Oh.
But no, fucking, yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
General Grievous is fucking class. I don't care what anyone says. 4 lightsabers, 2 of them spinning like helicopter blades. Fuck off.
Yep.
Like, don't tell me that's bullshit, because that's what you dreamed of. That's what you were fucking wanking yourself off to whenever you were waiting for Episode 3 to come out.
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, fuck yes. What the fuck else? What the fuck else happens in that movie?
Hello there.
Oh, yeah, but that's part of the General Grievous bit.
Yeah.
General Kenobi!
General Grievous, God. You're much shorter than I expected.
You fool, Kenobi!
Brilliant! Yeah, more bullshit with Anakin. Yeah, it gets really boring for a part where it's just basically Palpatine trying to shove his dick up Anakin's ass through most of it. Sam Jackson comes in with Kit Fisto and a couple of other guys, and everyone gets taken out like a complete bitch, including Samuel L. Jackson. Palpatine melts his own face. That's a fun scene.
Into a scrotum.
Yeah. Oh, God. I should really get this looked at.
We all know Mace Windu survived, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you know, he did a really cool Force land. And he was like, my fucking hand!
My knees.
My motherfucking knees!
And then went on to make Knight Rider.
Yeah. The greatest show ever made.
Yep.
Fucking right it is. In my mind, anyway, where shit like that exists.
Who has the rights to Knight Rider? Because I might have to send them an email.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it turned out it was Samuel L. Jackson? Like he just bought them at auction.
Yeah. NBC.
Mr. L. Jackson, sir? Yeah, what is it, motherfucker? You know the way you have the rights to Knight Rider? Yeah. Can you make a Knight Rider TV show, please? Yeah, okay, I'll do that. That sounds like a motherfucking good idea. And then, next thing you know, Knight Rider, the motherfucker edition arrives.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, what the fuck else? Yeah, like you have that great fucking bit where Anakin murders children. Like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Master Skywalker! What the fuck is going on, you cunt? Oh, fuck! He cut me with his fucking lightsaber, he did! Cut me and fucking off! I'm 10! Yeah, it goes to the fucking super magic lava planet of destiny, kills every irrelevant prick that's there. Fucking Obi-Wan rocks up. Padme rocks up with Obi-Wan hidden inside her spaceship of wonder. Anakin, even though he fucking loves Padme, decides to force choke her for some reason. The two of them get into a big laser disco dance fight of destiny, which ends with Anakin getting his fuck kicked in. And fucking Yoda and Darth Sidious have a big fuck off fight where they literally throw the Senate at each other.
Yeah. And Kashyyyk.
And fucking Kashyyyk, yeah, the Wookiees. Goodbye, Truthful. Goodbye, Chewbacca. Yeah, fuck off, mate. It's not going to be seeing you again anytime soon, is it? Go on, you little green cunt. Get your fucking space rocket and fuck off.
In fact, now I think about it, Chewie literally never sees Yoda ever again.
Chewie literally never what?
Never sees Yoda ever again.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Two best of friends, and they never see each other.
I'd never actually fucking thought of that until now because I didn't actually care. Fuck me. What a pile of shit. What an absolute load of ass.
And they knew that would happen.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's what you can fucking tell whenever Chewbacca's doing this whole... Like, he's basically saying, go on, you little green cunt, get in your fucking little rocket. Fuck off, come on. I don't care if you fucking die. Get the fuck into your little spaceship that looks like one of those fucking hangover shits that you have first thing in the morning and fuck off into space. I don't care. I couldn't give a fucking cheese on the end of my dick about you. Get the fuck off my planet, you little green bastard. Fucking kill yourself.
And then he turns around to talk to Yoda.
Yeah.
Instead of Kermit the Frog.
Dramatic twist.
Yeah. Does Kermit the Frog live on Dagobah as well?
Yeah, everyone lives on Dagobah. Oh, that's Muppet Island. Like, you don't seem to realise that, because, like, you know, Dagobah isn't just this big, thick, overgrown, swampy marshland. That's Yoda's little island. The rest of it's all, like, you know, Muppets Take Manhattan and shit. Yeah. It's like whenever you go through the tunnel in Who Framed Roger Rabbit and you come into Toon World. It's like that. You know, like, you go under a tunnel and you're in Dagobah. You go into another tunnel, you're in Muppet World.
Yeah, you go through the Cave of Being, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, like, literally, if Darth Vader hadn't been standing there and Luke Skywalker hadn't beaten the fuck out of him, and then that really weird scene where the helmet explodes and you see Luke's face inside the helmet, if that hadn't happened, if Darth Vader hadn't been there, Luke would have walked far enough that he starts to hear, "It's time to play the music, it's time to light the lights, it's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight."
Kermit!
Shut up, frog! Waka waka! Hey, Luke! Let me lend you a hand! Waka waka!
Oh, that's that Shakira song.
Fucking hell. The Great Muppet Caper, otherwise known as Return of the Jedi. Fucking hell. Like fucking Salacious Crumb. Like, fuck off. That's fucking Kermit without skin.
So what chronologically came after Revenge of the Sith? Solo.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I told you before we recorded this I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you're not missing it. If you've seen the it's like the new Jurassic World movie. If you've seen the trailers, you've seen the movie.
And Darth Maul.
And Darth Maul rocks up again, rocking his robotic Clone War legs.
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Oh, fuck off. It's not like anyone gives a shit.
I think everybody knows at this point.
Yeah.
And,
So look, he's in it for 3/4 of a second, but still, oh my god! I'm gonna come! It's Darth Maul! Wait, didn't he fucking die? Yeah! He got fucking cut in half!
Twice.
But he's still alive? Yeah! Fucking love Star Wars!
He's just mad as all.
He's mad as hell. No, he's not even Darth Maul in this one, he's just Maul.
No, yeah. Well, he hasn't been Darth Maul since he was cut in half. The first time.
Yeah, his legs contained the Darth part.
Yeah.
That's where all this dark evil force energy came from. It came from the knee upward.
Yeah.
Into the crotch. Does Darth Maul still have a dick? I suppose he wouldn't.
No, it's just robot legs.
Oh, poor fucker. No wonder he's pissed off all the time. I can't fuck anything.
He can't even piss.
How am I still alive? Bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me. Fuck, that's not my line. That's from a different movie. Bastard.
That's Tamura Morrison's line.
Oh, fuck it. I'm going to ignite my lightsaber in anger for no fucking reason. Yeah.
As if we couldn't tell who it was before.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's sitting there having a conversation with fucking Daenerys, and he's like, I fucking hate Game of Thrones! Oh, bastards! I fucking hate your character! You never get your tits out anymore!
Does she do it in this movie?
Yeah, surprisingly, no, she doesn't.
Oh, I thought this was a kid's movie.
She technically did it in Terminator, but it was done through really shitty silhouette. Where you see her undressing before they go through the time machine. It's like, that's when you're doing your best acting, sweetheart. Take your fucking clothes off for money.
Don't wave at the camera, though, because that
you
ruins
fucking hack fraud.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate Game of Thrones. I actually fucking despise it. Do you know what's even more amazing? They film the interiors across the water from where I go to work.
Really?
Like, yeah, you can see the warehouse where they film Game of Thrones. And, like, that fucking stupid hack bitch released a fucking video saying, oh my god, like, if you want to be on this set of the new Game of Thrones, you fuckers, you have to enter our fucking competition. And she was standing outside it, and I was like, I work across from there, you fucking scum.
That was it? You're not even like, maybe I'd go down?
I couldn't give a fuck, man.
Anyway, Alden Iron Third Reich, whatever his name is.
Yes, Alden Hitler Ehrenreich, I believe is his full name. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Talk about fucking fumbling the ball. Ever see Anthony and Gruber?
No.
That's the fuckstick they should have cast. Seriously, look up Anthony and Gruber. Especially Anthony and Gruber Han Solo impersonation. Or Han Solo impression. Whatever the fuck it is. Like, the dude looks like a young Harrison Ford. It's fucking scary.
Yeah, he does.
Like, have you ever seen like the movie, what the fuck is it called? Age of Adeline? He actually plays like Han Solo. Harrison Ford's in it. Sorry, I've had too much to fucking smoke and drink tonight. Harrison Ford's in it, and he has flashbacks to when he's younger, and Anthony and Gruber plays the young version of Harrison Ford, and it is fucking seamless. So why the fuck they didn't cast him instead of this Alden Ehrenreich hack? In fact, do you know what? Alden Ehrenreich was perfectly cast in this movie because he's paired with another fucking hack. And that fucking Emilia Clarke stupid fucker. You get more acting out of the fucking microphone that I'm shouting at than you would at those two dickheads. Jesus, holy God. Talk about fucking it up the ass. But yeah, apart from that, it's a good movie. It's not too bad. 3 stars.
Oh, God. There we go again.
I'm back. I got my cigarettes.
You got up and I heard a sigh of relief, like, finally I can fucking leave this shit.
No, finally I can get my fucking nicotine fix. I'm also crack, but still. No, another thing that fucked me off about Solo. Right, so I went to see Jurassic World piece of shit Kingdom today. And I'm sitting in the fucking cinema. Me and Elizabeth went to see an early showing because we had that fucking family get-together thing tonight where we all got shit-faced. But anyway, so went to the super early screening. One, there was a fucking 5-year-old there who cried his fucking eyes out every time a dinosaur died. And it was fucking hilarious. I laughed my ass off to that because I was like, that kid ain't fucking sleeping tonight. I looked at the parent looked at me, and we gave each other knowing nods as if to say, yeah, I'm fucked this evening. But yeah, so one thing that pissed me off about Solo is going to see Jurassic World so early today. We got a shitload of adverts, and I don't mean trailers, I mean fucking commercials. Buy our product, it's shit and it'll break in about a month, but it looks fucking cool and all your friends will like you, and your partner's more willing to go down on you during sex. But anyway, yeah, so finally all that shit ends, and it's like, everyone can sit back and relax, because now it's time for the trailers. And I'm like, okay, fucking cool. Maybe we'll get a trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Maybe we'll get a trailer for fucking whatever the fuck else is out during the rest of the year. Ocean's 8 or some wank, right? So, I'm sitting there, right, going, the fucking trailers are about to start. This is going to be fucking cool. Do you know what it was? A goddamn advert for a car based around the movie Han Solo.
Really?
Fucking die. Like, it was literally like this fucking, I don't know, MILF or some shit, driving this kid that was clearly played by an 80-year-old, wearing fucking heavy makeup, right? And, like, they're driving along the road, and, like, the fucking train from the train heist in Solo goes past them, and Chewbacca standing on top of it going, I want to fucking die, right? And then the fucking Millennium Falcon flies in with that weird front bit on it that makes it look like a weird pizza cutter or cake fucking cutter thing, right? And then, like, fucking stormtroopers rock up on their little hover bikes that you see them on in fucking Return of the Jedi. And you're just watching it going, I want to fucking cut my wrists and bleed out and just expire. Because what the fuck is this? And do you know what's even better? That ended, and then Jurassic World started. No fucking trailers, no damn all. So fuck Solo, a Star Wars story.
And what about Donald Glover as Lando bisexual Rizian?
I actually really liked him.
Yeah?
Like, I thought he did it well, because, right, here's something that really, really fucked with me, right? Is when the reviews for Solo came out, everyone was lining up to suck Alden Ehrenreich's dick, because they were like, oh my god, like, he embodies Han Solo, but he doesn't do a direct copy of Harrison Ford's impression. No, that's what he should have been fucking doing, you stupid bastards. Because Han Solo is Harrison Ford. It's like Indiana Jones. He is Harrison Ford. It's just Harrison Ford doing his fucking thing. There's no real difference between Harrison Ford than there is Indiana Jones, than there is Dr. Richard, whatever the fuck his name is, from that fucking movie, The Fugitive. You know, like, he plays the same fucking character. Most of the time he wants his family back. In this case, not so much, but still. But, like, fuck... To review this fucking movie and go, Alden Ehrenreich did really good because, you know, he didn't act like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Fuck off, mate. He's supposed to act like Harrison Ford. That's why you should have hired Anthony and Gruber. Fuck yourselves. So, That's what makes Donald Glover's portrayal of Lando Calrissian so fucking good, because he acts exactly like Billy D. fucking Williams. And it comes across that way. You know, he does the whole, well,
Obviously,
what have we here? You know, like the whole fucking super cool, super laid back sort of guy. And it works. Like when you see him in that cape, when you see him doing his little cocky sort of walk and shit. That is fucking Lando.
Sing a song.
Like, I look at fucking Alden Aaron tits as fucking Han Solo, right? And I'm going, that's not fucking Han Solo. Like, you can add all the fake CGI prosthetics and shit and all the fuckery of the day that you want to his face. You can style his hair the proper way. You can put him in vaguely similar outfits to the ones that Harrison Ford wore throughout his tenure as Han Solo, even including all the way up to The Force Awakens. But that fucker isn't Han Solo. Like, there is nothing that makes me believe this fucker, within the space of 10 years, will look like Harrison Ford. Thereby making the entirety of this movie completely fucking pointless. Like, it's the biggest compliment that I can give it, aside from calling it a massive, maggot-infested pile of shite, is the fact that it's kind of like watching the original X-Men trilogy and then going back and watching X-Men First Class. Like, you like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender as Professor X and Magneto. There is no way in a month of fucking Sundays that these fuckers are going to grow up to be Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. It's just not fucking happening. Yes, they still portray the same character, they still have the same quirks and the same, I don't know, nuances of those characters. They're just not fucking them. You know, and that's exactly what's wrong with Solo, is the fact that it's a nice, fun little space adventure movie. It ain't fucking Han Solo. There is no way in fuck that guy is growing up to be Harrison Ford. No way. So yeah, fuck that movie. Yeah, basically, if you've had one of those evenings where you've wanked yourself silly and just your bell end and your banjo string are fucking throbbing and you just can't wank anymore, pop on Solo until you recharge the loads. No. Do that as, like, really, the only time anyone should watch Thor: The Dark World is with the sound off, as a bit of Coldplay plays in the background, and you prepare the noose, and you kick the stool away.
But then people would wonder who in the last name has the last name Sue.
No, I mean like fucking Rush of Blood to the Head Coldplay. Really fucking I wanna kill myself music Coldplay.
Yes.
Clocks go out, I can't be sick. Tides that I tried to swim against. Bog me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing.
Yeah.
Come out and think so sad. Shoot an apple off my head. You know, like your family walks in and finds your naked corpse strung from the roof as Thor: The Dark World's end credits plays. Meanwhile, Coldplay's going, and I will try to fix you. If you ever read about my death in the papers, even if they don't mention how it happened, that's what you can picture. When I finally had enough of this fucking planet and every single cunt that walks upon it, that is how I will take my own life. Copyright TM&C Stephen McCullough Productions 2018. Whatever in the fuck. Even I don't know what I'm called anymore. I've changed my name that many fucking times. Would have made The Force Awakens. Oh my god, we've got a new female lead. It's fucking amazing. She's dead.
You would have called it The Cock Awakens, though.
Yeah, I would have been like The fucking Cunt Awakens.
And it's just you and Elizabeth waking up in the morning.
Yeah, and then followed by like a 90-minute gratuitous sex scene. Complete with felching.
Donkey punches.
Just fucking donkey punches, a donkey show. A donkey show. Fucking, like, you know, like there'll be like little vertically challenged midget Wookiees involved as well. Like, you know, like really, really sick shit. Fucking butt plugs are involved in there. Like, it's totally fucked up. It ends with, like, you know, I'm rummaging through a drawer of dildos and I find Luke Skywalker's lightsaber and I go, fuck it. When in Rome, and I shove that up her ass, you know. I fuck her that hard she turns into Maz Kanata. That's her dildo trunk in The Force Awakens. That's where she kept her dildos. And she was like, oh, that looks like a fucking dildo. I'll put that in my dildo box. Oh no, wait, it's a lightsaber. Fuck, I better give it to Mary Sue. Mary Sue takes it and goes, the fuck is this? A dildo? Turns it on, bang, right in the face. Dead.
There's a deleted scene of The Force Awakens where Rey's looking in the chest and she's like, what the fuck are all of these?
Dildos.
And then, yeah.
So many dildos.
Blue ones, green ones.
Some as big as your head.
Some have eyes that she's seen before.
Oh, fuck. No, she just looks at it. She's like, what's in the box? Opens it. Has someone done that? I want to look that up and see if someone's done that, where they've taken every single scene in every single Star Wars movie where someone uses a lightsaber and they've replaced the hilt and or blade with a dildo.
Don't you?
Oh, when we first met, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Strike me down now and I will return stronger than ever before.
Whenever they clash.
And whenever the Millennium Falcon starts up, it's just a chick moaning.
Oh, fuck. It's Revenge of the Shit. The all-anal final. The final chapter. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd steal a joke from Kevin Smith, but now seemed appropriate.
Why would you ever steal a joke from Kevin Smith?
Because I'm too fat and lazy and talentless to think of one myself.
So you're Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm. See, like, stealing a joke from Kevin Smith is like saying, I stole $1 million from a thief.
Anyway, oh, Jesus. Bless me.
Kevin Smith is someone that should make a Star Wars movie, but he would literally just make A New Hope for the third time.
Yeah.
Would have like fucking fart and queef jokes in it. It would be amazing. It would cost $1 million and would be set in an entire room in black and white where two Jedi talk about how much their job sucks.
Anyway, The Force Awakens, it's...
General fluff.
Yeah.
It's ultimately meaningless when you think about it, especially now that we've seen The Last Jedi, because you had all this shit set up like, who's Captain Phasma? Who is Kylo Ren? Or isn't that his name? Fucking Kylo Ren. Like, who the fuck is Kylo Ren? What the fuck is a Snoke? Where did the First Order come from? Say what? They built another Death Star? What the fuck is happening? Is this just destined to repeat itself for eternity? And then Last Jedi comes along and goes, yeah, fuck it, it's all meaningless bullshit. And if you ever at any point put any faith into finding out real answers about all this shit, joke's on you, we got your money now, bitches.
I think The Last Jedi is just Empire Strikes Back in reverse, isn't it?
It pretty much is when you think about it. Like, I mean, it can't really get any worse than that. Like, I mean,
no.
They could have literally just taken Empire and made a shot-for-shot remake of it, and it would still be lauded as fucking awful. But, like,
with Vince Vaughn,
to really, really hammer home that, like, the direction they took it, Jesus wept. Like, I mean, it's bad enough that they turned Luke Skywalker into nature's bitch, And especially after killing off Han Solo in the last one. Carrie Fisher's now dead for reals, brah. So, like, there's no way in fuck she'll be in episode 9. What the fuck is the point of this trilogy? Like, what is it working toward? Episode 8 was nothing. It was literally, we have to outrun the bad guys, but we're low on fuel. That's the main fucking story of a Star Wars movie. And then, to further add the fucking creme de la creme of shite, they make the B story the fact that Finn and Rose, two of the most boring fucking characters that ever existed in Star Wars, have to go to this fucking magical prequel world planet where they have to meet up with a blithering fucking idiot. To go... Right, so let me get this straight. They don't have enough fuel, yet they have enough fuel to send one fucking shuttle away from the big fucking spaceship to go to the casino world, only to go from the casino world back to the big fuck off ship, where they get caught and betrayed anyway, until fucking her off of Jurassic Park with purple hair rams the big fuck off ship into the even bigger fuck off ship. What the fuck was the point of this movie? It did nothing.
Diversity?
It was 2 fucking hours of let's spin our metaphorical wheels.
Yeah.
I'm so confused and horny. But, like, what the fuck was the point of The Last Jedi? I'm not even mad. I'm not even angry. I don't even sympathise or empathise with those fuckheads that decide to troll the shit out of the cast and fucked with Kelly Marie Tran. Like, that requires effort. This movie left me with just nothing. Like, there was no energy left in me after watching The Last Jedi. Like, I literally watched it going, this has not evolved the story in any way at all. No. It's not even a character piece. It's not a character study. Because, like, they make it out like, oh, Poe's this fucking hothead and he's got to learn how to take charge and shit. That's a fucking B story. That is a B story. Like, and you made that the main focus of your movie? Are you fucking high? And then to really hammer home the fuck knuckle into the asshole, they decide, right, we're gonna make Snoke fucking no one, Rey is fucking no one, and her and Kylo Ren are gonna bang the shit out of each other, despite the fact that they fucking hated each other in the last movie. This makes no fucking sense.
And they're probably related.
Yeah, they'll be like they're kissing cousins or some shit, only they're fucking cousins.
Yeah.
Because Jakku is basically the fucking deep south of the Star Wars universe. Hey, you got one of them there vaginas. Oh, I see you got one of them there penises. Let's fuck even though we're related. That was the best 6 seconds of my life. Oh, what a fucking waste.
What do you call a virgin in the Deep South?
You don't? They don't exist?
A girl who can run faster than her brothers.
It's so true.
I'm sure you have some of that up there in your fancy little palace.
Oh god, yeah. Like, everyone's related. It's great. We all know each other.
Yeah. Oh, you should hear some of the jokes about Tasmania.
Oh, do tell.
Everybody's incestuous. Like, there's literally 5 people down there and they all have a go.
Fuck me. Is what they say to each
and
other.
That's not saying much. Yeah. And that's not saying much because my mum's from Tassie.
Wow. Right, yeah, so that's fucking Star Wars, man. Through the minds of 2 people who have been fucked up enough by it.
Yep.
Star Wars.
I remember
some of
a
them are
much more innocent time when it was just 4, 5, and 6, and no one gave a fuck. And yet here we are. Star Wars.
Even though everybody wondered,
Fucking
why is it 4, 5, and 6?
Star Wars fatigue has set in.
Yep.
After an additional 6 movies, 7 movies.
Yep.
This is where we are. Like, when you think about it, like, Star Wars has, 10 movies now, like theatrically released live-action movies, not counting Clone Wars. Marvel are up to fucking 19 within the space of 10 years, and everyone is clamoring over themselves for more. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, all of Star Wars is like Thor: The Dark World.
Though the Dark World in Thor is what's going to be left of the fucking planet Earth after the Star Wars franchise decimates everyone.
What about Transformers? They're good.
Oh, holy shit.
Have you seen I assume you've seen the Bumblebee trailer.
I have, yeah.
What did you think of that?
I think too little, too fucking late. Why the fuck wasn't it like this, 11 years ago? Where, you can actually tell that that's Bumblebee as a robot and not like a fucking scrap metal yard threw up all over a monster. What the fuck? Like, where Bumblebee not only looks like Bumblebee, but Starscream actually looks like fucking Starscream. Like, guys, you're fucking 6 movies deep here. And like, now is not the time to start this shit.
I still think the best Transformers movie is the '86 movie.
Fuck yes. Transformers! More than meets the eye.
You got the touch.
You got the power!
When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm.
Yeah, the movie that exists just to kill off all the main characters so Hasbro could make more different Transformers.
And there's a Weird Al song in it.
Yep.
And Eric Idle's in it.
Again,
Orson Welles.
Back when movies were made because you had a passion to make them. Not because they were supposed to be the start of this big multi-universe crossover setup event spin-off wank fest. Like, what
it
the
was just to sell toys.
Right, I'll tell you what, right? I actually bought Transformers the last night on Blu-ray. I willingly went out and bought that piece of shit to watch the special features because I wanted to know what the fuck goes on behind the scenes. And I got my fucking answer at long last. So there's a behind the scenes featurette, and it's called something like Transformers Transforming a Universe or something fucking retarded like that, right? God. And it basically it's a group of fucking hacks sitting around a table pitching ideas for Transformers movies to Steven Spielberg's face that's on a video monitor because he's currently on the set of a far better movie. And one of them goes, "Oh, right, yeah, so I have an idea for a script. It's called Transformers World War II, right? And so, like, Bumblebee, he's in World War II. So, like, let's put that into Transformers 5 so we can totally spin it off, bro." Michael Bay's, like, wanking off in the corner going, like, "I fucking love that idea, man. Let's fucking, let's make it." You know, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's so creatively bankrupt bullshit.
Yeah. They just want to sell toys because they know they will.
Yeah, it's a product. It's just... It's not done the way that, like, Transformers the movie was done. Where it's like... Yeah, this is clearly done to sell toys. But it's also got a really great storyline to it, and it gets the kids invested as well, which in the long run will make them part with their pocket money even more because they want to reenact those awesome scenes with their toy robots. Same as the Transformers animated series. Great fucking plot, great characters, great voice acting, awesome animation, fun, creative things to do with transforming robots.
And lessons.
Yeah.
Morals and shit.
But, like, with fucking Paramount and Hasbro's Transformers movies, it's just basically noise and fucking clusterfucks, the movie.
Yeah.
Times 5. I mean, and now, finally, you're going to start doing it properly? Fuck off. The only reason you're doing it properly is because you know that you've milked that cash cow dry, and you need to start giving the fans something, so at least you'll have a built-in audience to watch this shit.
Yeah. At least the 2007 movie's fine.
Yeah, and it seems like they're just ripping off that storyline for the Bumblebee movie. Because like even the teaser trailer starts with the late, great, Bernie Mac, yeah. With his lines of dialogue from the first Transformers movie. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. The driver don't pick the car picked the driver. And it's like, if there was ever any fucking indication that you've taken the best moments out of the first Transformers movie, where Sam's, desperately trying to get a car, and he finally gets Bumblebee. Like, that's what I loved about the first Transformers so much, because it was a story about like a young adolescent man getting his first car. Like, that's a great story in and of itself. It just happens that the car is an alien robot, and that's what made it work. Yeah. And now you're literally going to remake that, just that one section of that movie, and the only thing you're gonna change about it is the lead character's a girl this time instead of a boy. Because we haven't had enough of that already. Hashtag Ghostbusters, hashtag Ocean's 8. Fucking hell. Right, okay, here's a little thing I want to just have as an aside. And I've probably mentioned this before, but right. See, feminism, right? All jokes aside, feminism. I am totally behind that shit. I completely 100% support that, because I think men and women should be equal. I think we all should be equal as people. It doesn't matter what colour your skin is, it doesn't matter what's between your legs, it doesn't matter who you identify as. You're still a fucking human being. You share this planet with a bunch of other human beings. And yeah, they may be fucking assholes, but they're still people, and you still need to work together for a better tomorrow, and blah blah fucking blah. But feminism has been polluted. It has been raped. Feminism has been raped. It has been pillaged. And it has been reformatted and repackaged into a marketing technique. That's what's wrong with the world today. And people going like, oh my god, we need more female representation in movies, and if you don't like this movie with a lot of female characters in it, that makes you a sexist. You have to go see this. No. Where was all that when Wonder Woman came out and did well at the box office? Yeah. Where's all that going to be whenever Captain Marvel comes out? Yeah. It's a marketing technique. Like, even when Ocean's 8, right? I was all behind Ocean's 8 because I thought, yes, finally another Ocean's movie, because I loved the first three. I hate the original, the Rat Pack version. It's boring, it's shit, forget about it. Yeah. But the George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon movies, yes please, give me more. And when I heard they were doing Ocean's 8 and it was going to be an all-female lineup, I thought, I don't really care. Like, I want to see more from this world. I want to see slick, stylish heists, and I don't care who's doing them as long as they're a good bunch of actors. And they have a great bunch of actors. They've got Anne Hathaway, Cate Blanchett. They've got Sandra Bullock. They've got Helena Bonham Carter. They've got Rihanna in it as well, of all people, Aquafina. And it sounds so fucking cool. This is the female version, because you have the equivalent of that. You have like what the A-list actors for men were back in the day with George Clooney and Brad Pitt and Matt Damon and Casey Affleck and Scott Caan. Like, you have the female equivalent now. And it was like, holy shit, this sounds so fucking cool. And imagine if they make a trilogy out of these. So it'll be Oceans 8, 9, 10. That'll lead into Oceans 11, 12, and 13. Brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
Give that to me. So they didn't do what Ghostbusters did. They didn't do the whole, like, oh, we're doing this because little girls need role models and all this shit. They just said, we're making Oceans 8. It's got an all-female cast. That's not the focus. The focus is the heist and making a good movie and stuff. And I respected them for that.
Yeah.
Then the reviews came in, and they were mixed at best. And they were, it's an okay movie. I mean, like, and none of the reviewers were like, what the fuck is the point of this? Why reboot it with women, and all this sexism and shit? They literally just went, it's alright. It's an okay movie. And then all of a sudden, all of, like, the actors in Ocean's 8, the directors, the writers, and people that love the movie are starting to come out now and saying, yeah, there's too many male reviewers in Hollywood. And that's why it's not getting reviewed too well. It's like, no, it's getting bad and mixed reviews because it's not a great movie.
Yeah, it's just a movie.
Yeah, so lighten the fuck up about it. Like, I hate that in today's society. We're a cause that was so instrumental in society back in the 70s with the bra burners and the Cultural Revolution and changing the stereotype of what women should be, which is women should be seen and never heard, and women's places in the kitchen, and women shouldn't be allowed to vote, and women shouldn't be allowed to work. Feminism fought against that. They fought against the social norms. And they created a world where women can be equal and they can choose to live their own lives how they choose to live them without being frowned upon by society. And now that's starting to come back full circle again, where feminism is turning into a joke because it's being used as a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
That actually sickens me. It saddens me. To a point, it also sickens and saddens me too whenever people say Black Panther was an amazing movie because it has an all-black cast. Completely irrelevant. Black Panther is an amazing movie because it's got an amazing cast. A great bunch of actors who work well against one another to create awesome dramatic scenes, to create awesome action sequences. It's got an incredibly talented director in Ryan Coogler who also just happens to be black. I mean, it's great that you're getting representation where it's like an all-black cast and everything like that, but that should never be the focus of the movie. That should just be a happy little side accident to the fact that you made a great movie. And I think it's as simple as that. Like, it shouldn't be done for any other reason than this is a piece of entertainment. And if you try and market that, and thankfully enough, Marvel didn't. Marvel didn't go, if you don't go to see Black Panther, you're a racist. They didn't do that. They said, here's a movie about another wacky, weird, and wonderful hero within this larger umbrella of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And people went to see it because it's got the Marvel logo on it. They went to see it because they enjoyed Thor Ragnarok, they liked Spider-Man Homecoming, they enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and the Iron Man movies and the Captain America movies and so on. And this is just the next stage in that.
Yeah.
So whenever people come out with bullshit like, oh, if you don't see this movie, you're a sexist, or if you don't see this movie, you're a racist. No, if I don't see this movie, it doesn't really make me anything. It makes me because I've decided I don't want to see this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to feel forced to go watch a movie just because it's playing into some sort of agenda. Like, I mean, if you go to see Ocean's 8 because you're a feminist and because you want to see women succeed, is watching Ocean's 8 going to do anything about that? No.
No.
The only thing it's going to do is line the pockets of the executives at the company who made the movie. It's not like they take the profits from that movie and put it into things like women's aid shelters or rape crisis centres or anything like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the cause at large. Too deep?
And then there's... Sorry?
Too deep?
A little bit.
Well, I am being totally truthful. Hashtag.
Yeah, trending.
What is trending so I can put it in the tags? Anyway. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They'll start selling feminism figures, action figures, and toys, and
Yeah, Captain Feminist. It'll be like Captain Planet, only it's gender swapped.
And she cleans up racism off the streets.
No, she cleans up sexists. It's like, oh my god, you're a woman! Ha ha ha! Take that, vile fiend! Smack. That's every episode. Men are scum! Remember, kids, the more you know.
That would be... I think I'd watch that just as much as Knight Rider.
Oh, fuck yeah. See, I've got all the ideas. You know, Hollywood needs to hire me, never mind anyone else. They need to hire me. So I can just basically go, right, people want fucking cheap tat that they believe has a cause behind it. Leave it with me. I'll sort it out.
Speaking of feminism, they released a teaser trailer for Captain Marvel today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it. Where is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Well, I just watched it while you were ranting.
Oh, fuck me. Right.
I had the sound off, I was still listening maybe. But she's a test pilot route, and she crashes, and then she somehow gets magic blood, because that's what they do now in movies.
Is that not the fake trailer, though?
No, it was a real one.
This is the official one.
Yeah, well, it's a teaser for
Captain
the full trailer.
Marvel teaser. No, I don't think it's out yet, man. I think that might have been the fake one.
Well, they said it released at some weird European convention thingy-majiggy doohickey. Let me check. Well, it's not trailer technically, but it's footage.
I think that's the fake one. Because I remember seeing that the other day.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the fake one.
Well, news.google.com has led me astray once again.
Because I remember seeing that on Facebook and it just looked fake as shit.
Oh, they'll probably do that anyway. They'll probably film exactly the same thing and release it as a troll.
Hashtag lols.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Is that everything?
I think that covers it.
I hope so. And I hope we're not going to do what we did last time, where we just say goodbye for 5 minutes and you talk about how people have authority to think about us while they're in bed.
Oh yeah, well that still stands.
Yeah, of course it does.
From last time,
we don't have to say it.
Like, I mean, you know, if you want to hear more from us, please feel free to sacrifice an animal of your choosing. Send the blood to VoteSaxon07, care following the nerd. 123 Fake Street, County Antrim, Northern Ireland. Please, whatever you do not mark on the jar or whatever receptacle you've used to collect the blood what type of animal it is. We have machines that can work that out.
And if you'd like to send some to me, you can send it to @TotallyTruthful at number 10 Downing Street, London.
W196AX.
Yep. That's where I live.
Yep. In his mind.
Why would I live there? Why would I want to be Theresa May?
'Cause you fucking hate yourself?
How'd you know?
Oh, I've had an inkling. Because you've done a fucking 2.5 hour podcast with me tonight. You did a 4 hour podcast with me a couple of weeks back. Anyone in their right mind would not want to do that.
You have a point.
It's either this or death. And you chose this.
Yep, and now I'm gonna go watch Thor: The Dark World, put some Coldplay on and kill myself.
Yeah, make sure you use a midshipman's knot. It won't break.
God, I don't know my knots. I'll just tie it like a shoelace.
That is where you feel.
That's why I want to kill myself. Anyway, end on a high note, I guess.
Well, I certainly am.
Yep, that'll do. Thanks for listening and maybe watching, because I might put some weird shit in this for the views and the revenue, even though I don't make any money off of this.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
nobody's gonna tell.
It makes the giant mass of nothingness a little bit more bearable to sit through.
Instead of just one image, which is what it normally is.
Yeah.
Screw it, I can't edit that much. I'm tired.
Oh well, fuck it.
Even though it's...
At least that way you
it's
won't have to put up things like a guy made entirely out of cancer or massive cons.
Well, I'll edit out all the bits where I forget to speak because I might have fallen asleep, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you next time. Maybe. I don't know if you will. Depends on what I'm talking about.
Whether I'm still alive.
Yeah. Whether you've watched Thor: The Dark World 3 too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. Next time we might talk about Jurassic Park franchise, because there's only 4 of those, which means it's going to be short.
Technically, there's 5.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, many people will.
I didn't count Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, fuck that movie. But yeah, that's a rant for another time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'll speak to you again, because this is my podcast. What are you still doing here?
Oh, okay.
This is...
Bye.
This is a shit show. See ya. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. Cookies.
Cons!